Water, essential to life. We drink it. We wash with it. It takes part in all kinds of chemical reactions. Now that notion may be a novelty to many people because we don't think of water as a chemical reagent. But boy, does it ever take part in important chemical reactions. I'm going to have some apples and tomato and a banana for lunch today. I would not have that if water did not engage in a chemical reaction. That reaction, of course, is photosynthesis, without which there would be no life. Carbon dioxide from the air reacts with water to produce oxygen and sugars. All life depends on that. But there are many other chemical reactions in which water can engage. And I want to show you a classic. This is one that we love to demonstrate to our students because it really does show what water can do as a chemical reagent. Sodium. Sodium is a metal. It's a bright, lustery, shiny metal. And I've got a tiny piece of it here. And the reason that this piece is so tiny is because it reacts vigorously with water. I have water in here. Let me just toss in this tiny piece of sodium. And you see that it just skitters about. It is reacting with the water. What is it doing? It's actually producing sodium hydroxide, so this becomes a sodium hydroxide solution. And in the process, it also releases hydrogen gas. Well, the reaction is pretty vigorous. And you can imagine what this would be like if I tossed in a much larger piece of sodium in there, which of course I'm not willing to do. So water can be a reagent. Unfortunately, not always in a useful way. This takes us back to 1984, and perhaps the worst chemical accident in the history of the world. And it's all about a very simple molecule called methyl isocyanate. It is very simple. It's just a nitrogen atom, 2 carbons, and an oxygen. And it looks innocuous enough. That molecule, though, is extremely, extremely toxic. And unfortunately, it reacts with water. Now, when it reacts with water, it doesn't produce any toxic byproducts, but the reaction is extremely vigorous. In 1984, in Bhopal, India, at a Union Carbide plant that was manufacturing a pesticide called carbaryl, for which methyl isocyanate is the raw material, unfortunately had an untoward reaction. Accidentally, some water got into a large methyl isocyanate tank, and the exothermic reaction produced so much heat that the methyl isocyanate bubbled out, increasing the pressure. It blew a safety valve, and the gas spread all over the town of Bhopal. It immediately killed thousands of people, and over the subsequent months, many others succumbed to the toxicity of methyl isocyanate. And it is all because it reacted with water. So water is an amazing commodity. As I said, there's no life without it. And sometimes when it is used in an inappropriate way, there's no life with it.